We're here at the Larz Anderson Auto Museum, and there's more here than just cars. Turn around and take a look at this door here, baby. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's beautiful.
I know, isn't that awesome?
Just for a minute, like, you know, you think about the cars that are in here.
Right.
Look at the hinge on that. Huh? The hinge on that door. The work on that door. That's amazing. If the museum is half as good as the work on the workmanship here, I'm telling you, it's something else, and I think it is. But that's amazing, the workmanship on that door. Just wanted to show you that.
Do you want to open it?
I don't need to open it. I just had to be flabbergasted over the hinge work on that.
Yeah.
Someone did a lot of forge work there,
Yeah.
the design and the cut. That was before we had plasma cutters, MIG welders, anything like that, you know, that was all done with forgery. That's absolutely awesome. And even the handle that pulls and opens it up. Amazing. This place is more than just a car museum, believe me. Nice little 30 Roadster. Sort of what we're doing at home right now, eh, Jolene?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of what we're doing right home. It's got a nice windshield. I don't know if it's called an Evolve windshield, but it's a balloon windshield. Looks like it's got a 40s dash in it. It's really cool. Just in a red oxide primer. You know, it's got the little caps on the exhaust if you want to make it loud or if you want to run it, whatever. This is a Curtis 500. I think it's supercharged. Crazy. That thing would. Looks like it's made of aluminum too. By the inside of this fender, it's all aluminum. That thing would be some light. Wow. Gorgeous. Not sure. This is 1950, I think. 1951. I love the paint on that. The paint on that's something else. If it's not something, it's something beautiful. I like how the hardwood floors show off the cars. You know, every place we usually go, it's cement or marble or tile. I like the hardwood floors. There's a lot of character here in the hardwood floors. 36 Ford, paint on that is just stunning. It's lowered. I don't think it's chopped, but it's a stunning car. It's one of my favorites, a 36 Ford. I'd like to do one someday. I don't know if I want to do it the way they do it, but I would like to do one. Ed Roth. You know, Ed Roth, you know, I watched a little thing on him. He became famous because he was one of the first men that ever started doing murals on t-shirts. Amazing, eh? He did murals on t-shirts, and it shows him up there, you know, blowing paint through his gun. It must have got plugged up and he was painting the rat fink. And he made the rat fink because he didn't like Mickey Mouse. You know, he didn't like Mickey Mouse. We have a Mercedes over here. And as you're looking at the video, look at the workmanship around here in the building that we have. And this building was a horse barn, a horse stables for horses. I guess that's carriages would come in this front door, and then the horses would be back here. Amazing. This car here is something else, eh? Something else. I like how they got the Buick drum brakes. It's got an independent suspension in the rear on that car. That is something else. Like, you know, it's got and the brakes are on the inside. Look like Buick drum brakes, which I love too. Got the fins on them. Make it look cool, you know, cool the brakes down. A nice little 32 Ford. It's channeled. So they say West Coast and East Coast are a little bit different. East Coast, you would channel your car. West Coast, you would have chopped your car or lowered the suspension. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of cool. The soapbox car here, I want to show you this here. Now when you see that round, when you see this round is here, you see that round like that? And it's a piece of wood. If that was painted with no cracks, you would not know that that was a bunch of pieces of wood. If you did the exact same thing with metal, you could manipulate it with a small piece of metal and weld it together. You can do that. And the gentleman that works here that we were talking to, he said, "Do you do a lot of English wheel and sandbagging?" Well, I do a little bit of it, but not a whole lot, because I like to manipulate the metal to make it look the way I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I will cut it a certain way that I can get the shape that I want, and you can do that. Believe me. Let's take a roll in here. We have all kinds of nice stuff like this, like car plates and clubs. Just a fun thing to collect, really. Really a fun thing to collect. Awesome. We're at the Larz Anderson Auto Museum. That's the name of this place. And as we go in here, we have noticed that you see stalls in here. He said, like, when the horses were in distress or whatever, they needed a little bit more care, they would put them in there. Had the drains over the left, washed them off, cleaned them, looked after them. Beautiful. I've seen this car many times in magazines. 33 model. Beautiful. Love it. I guess it races in the Race of Gentlemen. It's gorgeous. It's something that probably all hot rodders look towards, is that style. For me, it is anyways. I look towards that style. Huh? Oh, Guy would like that. Guy Meister. He's in the, he's in the dirt track, and he might even have one just like that. 55. Beautiful. Beautiful. These little toys right here, I guess they're not toys. They're works of art is what they are. They're works of art. I want to make something like that when I go home, To me, as I look at it, I look at them, there's a lot of work in them little things, There's a lot of using your brain for certain things. I was looking at it and I said, he even got the wheels drilled out. He got scoops for the wheels to take the air. Well, the scoops were explaining to me they were door pulls. Exactly, that's what they are. They're a door pull. You pull the door right on the side of the wheel. You see the 3 holes and you get the little scoop there. Well, that's a door pull. Awesome. He made everything in that. I think they're really cool. Can't go wrong with the 39, the 44. We have a 35, 5 gorgeous. Gorgeous. These are my kind of cars in here, like that, and that. I like them all, love them all. As we go in here, this little car here, races in Race of Gentlemen, I guess. And it was built by a 10-year-old kid, they said? 12-year-old kid. Well, I hired him. He's hired. He did a fantastic job. You know what I mean? He did a fantastic job. And as I look at this car, you look down and you look where the wishbone has been split and welded on. You see that frame rail? That frame rail has been turned around. It used to go the other way. The channel would be on the inside. They turned the frame rails and put the channel on the outside. That just goes to show you that anything can be done. All you have to do is look forward and think about it in your brain. Just because the frame rail's turned in, the channel's on the inside, it doesn't matter. You can turn it over to the outside. You know why? Because they just showed me. That 12-year-old kid just showed me that you can turn the frame rails around the other way. Little 32 Ford wheel up there, the section. And what I mean by section, I mean it's been cut off and shortened. That's what I mean by section. This stuff in here, I really enjoy. The signs and the gas pump and the big Bob, logo. It just takes you back. Takes you back. I really like this stuff. I would love to have, my front of my garage is all covered and signs, and me and Jolene actually bought some stuff this weekend, and we like this stuff. It shows history, and like we always say, you have to respect the past and look forward to the future. And when I say that, all you have to do is look back in the past and see what's happened, what someone has done, to know whether it's good or bad. And I like good, you know what I'm saying? Let's go around here and show you a little bit more. The workmanship in this building, as we go through here, there's names on the back, on the wall, on there. Remember the horses that they had. That's the name of the horses. I told them I sleep in the basement. This place, beautiful. We're going to go downstairs. Stuff like that, A nice wooden sign with Ozyville written on it. What would you pay to have that? I love it. Go see this way. We have some drivables over on this side. They drive these cars, and I don't blame them a bit. They drive these cars. From my understanding, this family bought a new car every year. The grand opening antique auto museum, Larz Anderson, 1949. 1949. Wow. You know what? As I'm walking through here, I'm beginning to realize, as he tells me, this man bought a car every year, that the man must have had money. You know what? I'm glad that he had money, because this stuff wouldn't be here unless he did. So hats off to Mr. Larz Anderson. I appreciate you buying all these cars every year and putting them here. Awesome. You cannot say anything about somebody other than good, because this stuff is here for us to learn and look at. Like, it gives me chills in my bones, you know, for a man to buy a car every year and keep them, and so everybody can look at it. Larz Anderson must have been a good man. I think, like, of all these cars that he has here, I think I like this one the best. I like this one the best. It looks, you know, it's got no roof on it. Great big engine. It's a two-seater, you know, be equivalent to a two-door, you know, roadster. And it's 1907 Fiat Tipo. I did not know that the French were leading the world back then. Did not know that in the automobile, but they were, obviously. Cars are awesome. And as we look at these cars, you see the fenders on them. That's not metal. That's leather. That's leather. Crazy. If you can't see the carriage in the car, you're blind. Right? If you can't see the carriage in the car, you're blind. More leather on the fenders, you know? More leather on the fenders. And they perfected the round glass then, back in 1905. And here we are, we have a, after 1950 some, we had curved glass, I think. 1949, 50 Merc, we started having curved glass. 1905. So if anybody wanted to make curved glass, or the automobile industry wanted to make curved glass for their cars, they would have looked towards the past. Wouldn't they have? They would have looked towards the past. This in here shows their office, you know? 1924 Renault, whatever, you know? It's amazing that, you know, people, or this man had this much vision back then to buy these cars and have that much vision. This is supposedly the car that made Mr. Henry Ford famous, because he raced this guy, the Winton Bullet, and beat him. And I guess that made Henry Ford somebody to be reckoned with. And certainly he most is. We have some bicycles here. And just cool stuff. And as we look at this thing here, you know, it's already been done. Motorized scooter. That's just cooler than danged. All the high wheel bicycles, eh? When I look at the wheels on the bicycles, I wonder how men pregnated their girlfriends or their wives. Because, wow, huh? Just little things I can hear. Just the pins and the metals and the pictures to show stuff, like the little lanterns. Beautiful. That bicycle, I've never seen a bicycle that nice, you know?
The handlebars
Looks
are
to
cool.
me like it's got porcelain on it. It's porcelain, I would say. That bike is porcelain. Wow. Wow. Because it's chipped. You can see how it's chipped there, baby? Looks to me like it was porcelain. Gorgeous. I'm going to show you something over here, right quick. You'll like it. Right? We had a good kick out of it.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly, this was one of the family's favorite cars. It's a 1905 CGV. And they would always take this car, this one here behind this post. And as we look way in there and the door is open, it's got a little poo chair. Nowadays, we call that a piss jug. We piss in the jug and throw it out the window. Huh? That's what the trailer park boys do anyways. Huh? A little piss jug. But that's where it started, you know? Crazy. And a little poo chair. Huh? Nowadays, we call it a piss jug. One thing I do like about the cars, he didn't start restoring them. He drove them and left them. And then you see, I mean, this car here has leather fenders on it. I came in here and I first thought that they were all metal, but no, they're leather. And Jolene picked up on that. And I would put Jolene in more of the videos because she's a lot better looking than I am. But she has to run the camera. Somebody's got to run the camera, right? Isn't that right, Jolene?
Right.
Somebody's got to run the camera. Yeah. You want to go back up front and show them that picture up top?
Yeah.
I want the big picture up top. Show them that. What a beautiful piece of art. It's a beautiful piece of art. You know how I know that picture's great? Because it inspires me. You have to be great to inspire. Look at the carving on behind this wall here.
Wow.
The horses and the cars. With the clock in the middle. And the seats on either side. Time is worth more than money. How much time would it take to make that? So when you go looking around at places like this, be respectful, don't touch anything, and realize that the time invested in each one of these cars are just over the top. I really enjoyed this place. Makes it all worth it, and it inspires me to go home and have fun. You know, that's what it does. And the people are really good here too, were they not, Jolene?
Yeah, they
really
were
good.
awesome.
Explained everything nicely. It was awesome. Took us around up top, showed us everything. If you ever get a chance to come here, I suggest you do. Larz Anderson Museum. And the building is beautiful outside. I mean, there's more than just the cars. There's visual and good people. I'd like to come back here someday. Cheers, everybody. Just another museum that we really enjoy. You have to respect the past and look towards the future. If you don't know what you're doing, just look back. It'll tell you. Have a good one. Cheers.